I'm Logan.
I'm Ariana.
I am Harlan Spees.
And this is my playbook.
This is my playbook.
We're working on world religions,
Statistics and probabilities. There's a test that I have to take at the end of the unit. There's a kiddo I have to finish, which is a few more points. And then the last thing is the portfolio, which we finish at the end of the unit.
If you're curious about why these students are holding their own grading books, you aren't alone.
The playbook is our system of grading, and it helps learners track their learning and where they're at.
Kind of like a video game where as you keep progressing through the game, you get better and you get higher levels and stuff like that.
We're moving into new territory for public education. We really want kids to explore what they're curious about. And I think this is the foundational piece to make that happen.
Now here's Middle School Dean of Students, Steve Benner, to explain what we're talking about.
Our new model focuses on learner growth and reflection, where they can set targets and the learning give me a second, I gotta think about this one.
Yeah, it's a little hard to explain. Think about it like this. In typical grading, students begin with a score of 100 and then you fall.
It's almost punitive because their grade gets reduced.
Every wrong question, every missed assignment, every slip up. But at Mineola, the district is reimagining what grading can be. And who is in control of it?
So instead of starting with 100 and losing points, you start with 0 and you build your grade.
You have an option to risk take and try harder things, because that's what education is about.
The mistake is okay, the mistake is good. I think it highlights even more for them what they need to do and what they need to learn, and it gives them that drive to go home, practice.
And kids start to see the fruits of their labor. Okay, I worked really hard, I didn't give up, I didn't earn something yet, I went back and now I earned the badge. We're instilling these lifelong habits that are only going to serve them as the work gets harder and more intense.
Our goal is to embed skills that kids are going to need for when they graduate school, not punish them for doing poorly on an exam.
There was a lot that was wrong with report cards. The report cards was on a scale of 1 to 4. Children were assigned a numerical grade, obviously 1 being the lowest, 4 being that they achieved mastery of the subject.
It did not necessarily speak to the skill development in a way that students and parents could understand.
If you're a 3, you're meeting the standards, but most of the time, the kids and even the parents don't know what that actually means.
There were so many standards that the report card was overwhelming.
It's much more direct and explicit in terms of this is the skill they should get. Here's the criteria. If they did it, they can do it. We don't need to say, well, they did it at a level 4 and they did it at a level 3. They either get it or they don't.
The goal of this new system of assessment digs into the idea that we want the learners to be fully aware of what they know, what we want them to know, what the state wants them to know, and how they are going to get there.
In Hampton Street and in Mineola at large, all of our learners know exactly what they're learning, what's coming next, what do I need to do now, and how can I get better?
And so the entire model is based on the learner, that they can self-assess, that they can progress monitor, and the teacher helps facilitate their education rather than tell them what their education is.
Students love it. I think it takes the pressure off of the report card, that word report card. They see their badge books a lot more instead of the report cards getting put in an envelope and sent home, so they're more in touch with the badge book, and it definitely impacts the learning because it guides the learning.
They know what they've mastered, and that's so powerful for them to really take that ownership of what they're learning and to see that their effort is what makes the difference.